Okay, so now that we've shared with you guys the of media on teen pregnancy and teen pregnancy's effects on the teen and society and the peers, I'd like to talk about prevention methods such as different types of birth control, promotion of safe sex in schools, and sexual education. When it comes to birth control, there's obviously birth control for both genders. For males, it's condoms. There's many different types and brands, and you'll see them advertised a lot because they actually want you to go out and buy them and use them. The problem with condoms is that sometimes they can rip, or I've heard guys complain that they think they're uncomfortable during sex, so they just don't want to wear them. It's a poor excuse. Don't do that. And then there's many different types of birth control for women, including the pill, the ring. There's bars that you can get inserted into your arm that make it so you don't get pregnant for about 3 years. And you can also go every few months and get a birth control shot. Some women take birth control for more than just pregnancy prevention, like some to regulate their hormones and for if they have a skin condition or bad PMS, but it kind of works for both still. A lot of companies, they'll boast a 1% failure rate, which when you think about it, you're like, okay, that's good. But really, that's still 1 in every 100 women using the product that can have an unplanned pregnancy. And also with the pill, you have to take it every day at the same time, so it's easy to miss, which can also lead to unplanned pregnancy. Another option is Plan B, and if you don't know what Plan B is, it's a pill that you can take if you've had unprotected sex, if the condom broke, if you missed your birth control, and you think you might be pregnant. You have a 72-hour window to take it, and which is great and all, it prevents you from getting pregnant, but it's also pricey. It's about $50, and you have to be 17 or older to get it over the counter without doctor's consent. So a lot of younger women don't want to talk to their doctor about that. Also, it's not very good for your body. So women who think that they can have unprotected sex and just take Plan B often have issues with their lower abdomen and stuff, and they'll feel very nauseous and dizzy after taking it because it gives you a really high dose of the hormone found in birth control all at one time. Overall, the problem with birth control is that many teenagers don't want to talk to their parents about sex, let alone their own sexual activities. So they don't have access to the doctors who can prescribe them birth control or money to obtain it. So in order to raise more awareness about safe sex and the importance of birth control, many programs have been started in schools to try to get kids to participate in safe sex. So here on Wayne State, we have something called the Condom Club, and this is a condom card. And what it is you take it to the health center, and they've got all these 5s around it, and they'll punch your card, and you can pick out 5 to 10 different condoms of your choosing, and it's good for up to 50 condoms. And how you get them is you can either buy one for $5, or if you go to one of the free STD testings that they have on campus, they'll provide you with one. So it's a good way to get condoms for really, really cheap. Also, we have what I like to call condom events, like condom bingo, and what they're put on by the head nurse, Nurse Mary. And what you do is you go to wherever they're holding it, and you'll play a game like bingo with words related to sex or sexual diseases and stuff. And she'll explain stuff. She'll teach people about safe sex, and then everyone leaves with free condoms. Both of the topics I just covered are ways to prevent pregnancy once someone has already started having sex. And now I'd like to talk about some pre-preventive methods at a young age. A form of early prevention is sexual education, and if you guys don't know, it's a class taken in school in order to prepare kids for sex in the future, and the goal is to educate them enough to help them make smart decisions about having safe sex. There are 2 approaches to teaching sexual education. One of them is abstinence, and the other one is a safe sex approach. Abstinence is an approach that teaches kids that they shouldn't have sex until they're married. This would prevent the problem of people having kids at a young age when they're not ready. On the handout, there's a screenshot from the popular movie Mean Girls of Coach Carr, and it's one of his famous quotes, if you have sex, you will get pregnant and you will die. And that's actually a method of abstinence, is trying to scare kids out of having sex. According to F. Scott Christopher's Adolescent Pregnancy Prevention article, there are abstinence-only programs such as Adolescent Family Life that works to intervene in the lives of teens and preach to them the importance of not having sex until marriage, and many families will enroll their children in these programs to help promote abstinence in their lives. On the other hand, the safe sex approach educates adolescents on birth control and contraceptives, or in other words, it promotes safe sex. And because methods of teaching sex ed tend to discuss the diseases possible from sex, they can be used to either scare the teens, or it can be used to teach them the importance of using contraceptives and protection against these sexually transmitted diseases. While sex education isn't necessary, there's many different opinions on it. According to the article entitled Pros and Cons of Sex Education, the good thing about sex ed is that it teaches kids everything they need to know about sex, their bodies, and diseases. However, some people think that if it's taught at too young of an age, kids will start to become curious and try some of the things they're learning at an earlier age. There's also the concern that many teachers aren't educated properly to teach the class, and some families will disagree with the teaching style if they believe in an abstinence-only program. When we asked the class, what age do you think children should learn about sex, the answers we received covered like a very wide range of ages.